Your car guy here. This morning we're going to be doing a front strut conversion on a 2007 GMC Yukon Denali. We're going to go from the active ride to passive front struts from Suncor Industries. In this case, it's a whole lot cheaper than going back with the active ride suspension, as this vehicle would need the front struts, the rear shocks, and the air compressor. So in this case, it's going to go to a passive ride. First things first, the vehicle's already been lifted, put on jack stands for safety. We always make sure we're using jack stands, make sure we're safe. We've removed the tire. I'm going to show you what all we're going to have to take loose here. Here at the top of the strut, you'll see that white plug. That's the active ride. Then there's the 3 bolts surrounding it. We'll take those out. We'll take off that plug there. Then we'll come underneath. We're going to take out the 2 bolts that mount the bottom of the strut. Then we should be able to remove the strut. Now this kit's going to include fully assembled front struts, as well as a resistor. This is what we're going to put in to keep the computer from throwing a fault code when it's trying to control that front suspension actively but is unable to. That way we should have nice ride without any fault codes with this vehicle. Let's get her going. Okay, I've unplugged this active ride clip. All you have to do is underneath push this little spring clip forward. That releases it and pull it right off the top. Then we can pop up this clip that holds the wiring harness in place that's over one of the nuts that we're trying to remove. Then we take our nice socket here. In this case, we're dealing with an 18mm, and we can take out our 3 top bolts. Now that we've removed the top nuts, we can remove these 2 bolts here. They're 15mm socket, and then the strut will be free from the unit, the vehicle, and we'll just have to work it out of the vehicle. All right, we have the strut loose, top and bottom. Now I can take a pry bar here and use it to push the bottom of the strut inside here, which will free it up and allows it to come loose. Now I can simply pull the strut out, and we're ready to install our new strut. So here we are with the old strut out. The new strut's going to set in, and simply we can reach it right through the top here, put the bottom in first, and then slide the top in, and then we can push it up in and get it in place. So take our strut, drop it through. Like this is how we're going to go in. Then we'll get the top of it in first. And then we'll push the bottom up into place. We'll be able to bolt it right up. Okay, now the next thing I've done to give it a little more flex in the suspension is I've taken the sway bar end link loose. This will allow the suspension to flex down a little more and allow me to then take a little bit of pressure with a small pry bar and lift the bottom of the strut up onto the suspension. Okay, we've tightened up our bottom bolts. We've tightened up our nuts on top. We have retightened our sway bar end link. The strut is in.